First live stream, very cool. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to be locking down some sensor data on all things sensors. So we've got this web app, and so if we come up and look at this device here, you're going to see that the device is wide open, and basically anyone can get to this data without even logging in. And then we do have this login button here, and I'm going to show you what that currently does and then what we're going to make it do. So currently we have this login, and then we have this concept of device settings, and basically these device settings get stored in table storage. Let me see if I can, let's go ahead and take a look at this table storage here. Different account. Let's see. I have too many Azure accounts. I should only have one. I had one, and then I got billed a lot, paid it, and shut it down because I was like, didn't want any of that. So, okay, so we're basically, this is in, let's go to the resource group, all things sensors. Let's see, I gotta get my head around where it's at. App Insight, storage account. It's not that one. Yeah, it's this guy here. So we got the all things sensors storage account, and I got my storage explorer. Let's open that guy up too. So we have a table storage, device settings, and basically all we're doing with this authentication is we are saving that and associating the analog friendly name with that. So basically what we need to do, instead of allowing it to be wide open, we are going to make it so that you have to log in, let's see, in order to see this data. So the way, let's actually, okay, so I want to talk this out a little bit more. So we've got this route my device, and I'm almost thinking like, I don't even want them to be able to get to like this page unless you're logged in. Because currently, you got this login button that's up here. So I'm almost thinking like, we don't want, so that's point number one. We're going to lock down. We're going to say, if you're not authenticated, we're going to send you to a login page. That'll make things pretty simple. And then let's actually, an important note on this. We're using Akita for state management, which is super awesome because you get all the benefits of the state management, but it's easier and less moving pieces than like, say like NGRX. And like, I like NGRX. It's awesome when it's implemented, but it's definitely, I'm going to close out this for now. It's definitely got a learning curve to it. And there's a code cost as well. So Akita is a nice medium, happy medium. So you can see, there's our state, and we got our auth. And we're using the Microsoft Authentication Library to go out and get this. So let's dive into some code. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to the auth service, and let's see kind of what's going on. And like, maybe let's. So we got basically here, we got a basic Angular app structure, and then we have up top, it's actually like so Portal is going to be the Angular app, and then the Hub API is actually going to be the back end and where we have Azure functions. But we're going to start on the front end and lock it down, and then we're going to be able to send authorization token to the functions. So inside a core, we've got this auth piece of state, and here's our auth service. Get our users logged in. So let's say, okay, so then let's start, and actually in this service, let's see, in auth query. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go over real quick on this Akita stuff. So we have basically the concept is a query, which is going to basically just query the store, and then services in the store, which are basically going to be doing the updating the state. So here we have basically a really nice is authenticated, and all we're saying, and I think this is okay, if we have a user in our state, if we've got a user in there, you're considered authenticated, which I think is cool. But then we will have issues on if like the token is expired. You could be in a state where you're authenticated, but your token's expired. So are you really authenticated? And that's where we may have some issues. But for now, let's deal with that, and we may need to address that for later. So let's just keep that in mind. So we already have that piece of logic in there. So maybe let's just start by stubbing out the routes and the guard. So let's go ahead and create a login page. This is basically, we're following the folder structures that Akita recommends. Pages. Okay, so let's say we're going to call it login page. I mean, it's not really, so the naming here, my device, so we have pages, and then here's device clone, my device. So maybe let's just say login, right? So, okay, ngg components login. So that is going to do that. I don't know if the streaming software is making it go super slow. There we go. So we got our login page. Let's go ahead. So basically, we're definitely going to stick this. Let's look at our routes. So the idea is we're gonna have like a route guard. So Angular has we're gonna have a route on all pages except login. Right. So and then if it's not logged in, redirect to login. Right. So let's start by. So do I want to say? Because right now, okay. So right now, how the routes are going? So we've got our device clone and my device. We've got this one, which is the device ID. So we have a my device, and then we have this redirect, this star wildcard selector, which is basically redirecting my device. Really, we want to have that. I think it would be okay to say, let's go to login on this. So let's redirect to login. And then let's create our login route. And then we have like a login component. Yeah. Okay. So if we take a look at this guy, we should now, all unknown routes should shoot us to the login page. All right, so this is loaded. So let's get out of I always like have my console open. So if we go, like, so first thing, login works. Okay, so we got our login component at login, and then like let's test like a wildcard. Yeah, so basically it redirects to login. That's pretty sweet. So one of the things we need to do now is we have this login button and it's just up in the header. We want to actually move it to this component because the current use case for the authentication, where it's like you always can use the app, and now we're gonna make it so like you have to log in first. So it doesn't make sense to always have this login button here. That might be a log out button eventually, but for now I think we need to move that functionality at least to this login page. So let's take a look at the header page, app component, login. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Here we go. So in the markup we have, if we're authenticated, show the logout button, else we'll show the sign in button. And that's going to call this method here, which in the component level should be really simple. And we're just calling our auth service to sign in. So let's just grab this button, and we're going to come to our login page here. We're going to log in. Then let's grab the sign in method. And then we need this auth service. So app components, auth service. Yeah, let's see. We can do like the private boom. VS Code auto import is the best. And here we don't need the on a net, so we can get rid of this. And let's go ahead and just clean up imports. So what we should have now is the login page. So we'd want to sign in, and we'd want to redirect somewhere. But okay, so now if I don't know why that didn't auto refresh. It should. Why did that not work? I didn't save my HTML. So we should have a button in there now. And this thing should trigger the Microsoft flow. Cool. Let's go ahead and in that app component, let's go ahead and remove this login. So we don't need any of this, but this functionality, this is basically the logout button. Let's keep that. So we can do that. We still need an async pipe bits. Okay. So now we should have a logout button for logout should send us back. So nothing up here. We're in the login page. Login. No, and we should see logout button show up if things work. Okay, so that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And this is one of those things, like, this is a login page. We don't even really need, like, a username input because we're just using this MSAL, so, like, in my mind, it was slicker when I just had it up there, but we do have a legitimate case. So maybe let's try to make it not, like, the nastiest. Make this look a little bit like we, let's see. So let's go to Angular material. We're gonna wrap a card around it. Maybe put like a little title or something. So let's grab our card. I think there's a card with like a title. Let's do the dog one. We might have to do. So then I'm max widthing it. So that's cool. So let's say we don't need the dog title. Log in with your Microsoft. Well, maybe we'll say like log in, and this subtitle is like use your Microsoft account. Let's keep the dog in there. That'll be nice. So we need the CSS here. Let's add some CSS example card. We'll change that class. And then basically all it is oh, here's like an action. Maybe we can do like an action button. It's like, hey, map button. Yeah. So yeah, that might work. See, this one material is awesome. It like leads you down the path of a good-looking UI. Let's get rid of the dog for now. So we'll have like, let's see what that looks like materialized. Son of a. Unexpected closing tag. Action. Oh, I forgot my. Oh, I deleted too much. Oop, don't want that. There we go. Still looks a little iffy. A little trashy, but I think there's some weird padding stuff. Which we'll take a look at. Why also... The button's all the way to the left. You know, I don't know. Like, we're using this as semantic, like, actually what it's supposed to be like layout-wise. But there's, like, why... Okay, why... where's my little... So the buttons are pushed over further to the left on purpose, but it looks way worse here. Like this dog... Oh, wait, the dog icon. Let's... What happens if we remove the dog icon? Will it make it look weird? Yes. So I'm running into an issue here, and we may need... Let's keep the freaking icon. Let's go back. Don't fight it. So what did I delete here? The dog icon. Let's go back. Instead of looking at this, let's look at the... Where is the dog icon at? This thing. So, like, if we added back our dog icon... Whoa, that's not it. What? Add back our dog icon. This should line things up better. Our icon will be next to the button, I think. Okay, yeah, okay. So, now we just need to, like, put something in here. Mac card avatar. How are they? Were they CSS putting stuff in there? Is this example image? Yes. So they're using CSS background stuff. You know, let's do it. Let's put the dog in the... Actually, I think that goes. I like it. We'll log in. Yeah, that works. Yeah. That's nice. This actually probably should be like centered and stuff. Flex. I've been loving this Angular flex. It's the bee's knees. So like, I think we can just be like div fx layouts row. I think if we stick this. Pretty sure if we stick that in there. Let's look at what that row is doing. It should be stretching the full width. Yes, it is. And then like flex, Angular flex is awesome. There's so many flex libraries out there that I've been like using, going back between like Bootstrap and this. It's like I always have to go to the docs. I could probably figure it out. Let's guess. Let's see if it works. Oh, that should put a dead nuts in this. Actually, might actually just be that. Hey, nice. No docs. Okay, the dog. I'm gonna just bump this down, like, and then like I think Angular material design likes like 8 pixel increments, I think, or 4 and 8, something like that. Example card. So let's maybe say, honestly, let's just say login. So this is our login card. Where's our example card? I'm serious. I like the dog. I think there's a reason that Google people put it on there. It's like it looks friendly. So log in. Use your Microsoft account. And this. Oh yeah. Okay. So that'll be at the route guard level. So basically, I was concerned. I was like, okay, so wait, I'm logged in. Why am I on this page? But I think. So if you're already logged in, you would redirect them somewhere else. So let's first fix the. Well, what the heck? My spacing's all weird in the CSS. Is that margin top 8 pixels? So yeah, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Let's log out and see if our new login page works. Log out of this guy. Log in. New. And I need to put also a loading indicator because it's stuck. But okay, so that's pretty cool. That's nice. So then I think, so once we log in, we can redirect somewhere, but where? And I have an idea just because. So like basically the only only two routes in the app right now is this device clone, which is basically just like a testing thing, not really the page. Actually, the main page is my device. So I would say like once we're done, let's navigate to that page. Navigate. Oh yeah, and then there's also an optional, yeah, it's optional, the ID. Let's try it. Let's pull in the router. Imports that guy. Technical debt currently. I got these strings for the router segments, so that will be. I'm gonna put a little to-do for myself. Don't. I heard like you're not supposed to do too many comments, but some comments are good because like I'm gonna completely forget that, and I want to get some work done on this. So what should happen now? So we should log in. So let's log out. And we should be able to log in. And it will take us to my device, hopefully. Huzzah. And then it's actually loading, and then it comes in where now that works. Interesting. Okay, so we need to do some like, I almost want to do DevOps. I'm actually going to do some actual, like, so I can keep track of some stuff, some tasks. Dashboards. Sprints. 2. User security. So here's the user security one. So we need to, what was that thing that we need to do here? Okay, so we need a loader. When logging in. That needs to be done. And this is the one I don't want to tackle that right now. I think the next thing I want to do is now I can log out. It'll take me back to the login page, and then we'll do some of the route guard stuff. So let's do that now. So in this component, in here. Okay, so we got sign out. Sign out. And again, I gotta probably fix this router thing here sooner than later. Just need like an enum or something of the routes. Pull in the router again. Navigate to login. Sign out. I want to make sure that actually clears our state store as well, so we should log out. Oh, but then Microsoft might redirect me to the same route. That would suck. So we're at the login page. So login should take us to my device. And then this is loading as we need that loader. It's confusing. Log out. See, there's a little flash. Maybe, actually, no. Hold on. Duh. See that flash? So I'm almost thinking if we don't redirect them, I think the route guard doing it will be slicker. So let's do this flow again. This is, let me make some things bigger because this matters. Log in. Boom. Boom. No. I should click that button. Okay, so now see it's actually loading. Okay, so here, let's slow stuff down here because there's a little second where it doesn't look good. So we're gonna click. Oh, it's like it's not waiting. Now we're at the dog. We're at the login. Then it takes us to Microsoft to what account do you want to sign up. But this might be because I have 2 Microsoft accounts. But still, I think talking out loud. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do this. Microsoft will handle it. So we're gonna sign out, and let's look at what actually happens on a logout process with this. So let me remove this. Move this. So on a logout process, we're basically clearing that a key to state store. So basically, user. Okay, let's look at our store. Redux store. So auth, user is null, right? So we're gonna log in. Password, stay signed in. No, I gotta click that button. See, auth, so it's still null, but it's actually loading, and now we can't have our user, right? So when we log out, so if our, yeah, I think that's fine. We don't need to navigate away. So here right now, so if we log out, we can see, that actually seems, that's slick. But is that because I'm redirecting still? No. Why is it doing that? Anyway, okay, so I do know, like, so we are not, now we don't have a user. We need to make sure that now my device is locked down. So how we're going to do that is with a route guard. And I need to go to the documentation. So like let's really think what's going on here. So this is not, we don't need to lock this down. We need to lock this down. This down, this down. So this, let's actually put, this one doesn't need lockdown. These bottom ones do. All right. So let's go to Angular route guard. I don't know, like, let's see. Router guards. Let's take a look at the docs, and then we might go to, like, usually when I'm doing this stuff, and I've done it a couple times now, but I always need to look at the docs or check a blog. So we have our routes. Tracing is pretty sweet. Let's see, where's the guards? Where's the guards? Probably can do a find. This is actually, there's a lot actually going on here. Whoa. GUARD. Route guards. Milestone 5. See, I'm probably gonna get frustrated and just go to, that's why I look at the docs and I'm always like, there we go, here's a guard. Okay, so, and then the kind of gist of it is auth guard. So this can't activate function. And I think true will send it in, false it'll fail. And then I think that when you specify a guard. See, I like this. The nested router outlet. You can say this auth guard. Interesting. I don't know. Because it would be nice that this is, because we're gonna have to have this. Currently, the structure will have an auth guard on each route. And we don't have this. Like, this was nice to have it on the parent route, and then all these child ones get it without having to specify it. So maybe for now. And is there an NGG guard? There is. Let's get fancy here. NGG guard auth/auth. Why say auth/auth? Auth. You think it'd just be, oh, that's probably the folder structure. I bet $1 million. So I could probably ngg guard where I want. So if I want to stick a guard, that seems core-ish to me. So let's create a folder guards. Source app. Oh, core guards. ngg guard auth. Hopefully that sticks a nice route guard in there. Okay. Which interface would you like to implement? Oh, these are getting. Let's Google this real quick because there's a couple. Oh, interesting. So their RF auth guard is using can activate, but what's the difference? This is one where I always go too fast. So, okay, can activate child. You can also protect the child routes with can activate child. We may end up doing this. For now, we're just going to do the top level route. Can activate, and then can load. What's that do? I'm sure it's can activate, but I want to just triple check on this stuff. Can load. Add a can load guard that can load guard that only loads the admin module. Interesting. So we're gonna go with can activate, but it sounds like that's more like lazy loading kind of thing. So let's go can activate. Enter. Should be working. I hit enter. The F. Enter, 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 enter. Come on now, you stupid tool. Guard. Is it my computer going slow or the live stream killing it? Alright, I just canceled that. Auth. Can activate. I'm going to be patient now. Oh, I could just control new file so fast and copy paste, but that's not cool. What the F? This has to be something on my issue. Son of a... auth guard. Let's just auth.guard.ts. But then is it going... I think it's a... So it's a service. .ts. Copy. Here's a nice auth guard. Okay. Interesting. So let's pull in the MSAL package. I don't know why, like this, I'm not the best. Like my editor's spacing gets messed up and then I just live with it and I'm always like, oh, instead of figuring it out. MSAL. I think I have a service wrap in the MSAL service off. Or do I want to use this thing? Like basically I need to know if it's authenticated. There's a couple ways to do it here. One way is I could, so there actually is a couple ways to do this here. So this auth query is based on, it's in the state store. But another way that I really like that may handle that case of it being timed out, I think the MSAL service is authenticated method. Get user, remove item, get user. Actually, I think in their example on their GitHub, they were just saying, is there a user? Get user. I do like that the MSAL service. Interesting thing here is from the MSAL service we're going to use. That's not an observable, so it'd be easier to use this MSAL service. That being said, though, if we start pulling this thing in into different components, if we switch it maybe to like a Google auth implementation or something, we're going to have issues. So it probably is best to just work with our query and just say, hey, pull. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. There's a really sweet feature on Akita that I forgot about. So let's pull in the auth query. All right, so we don't want that. We want, oh my gosh, I hit auth query. And then basically we'll say return this dot auth dot. So in Akita, there's a concept of getting and selecting. Select gets you, I think, an observable. Yeah, so that gives you observable. Get actually gives me the value. Yeah, that totally works. So we just say, there we go. This is basically what this is what their docs was doing. It seems a little hokey, but we're gonna say if we have a user in state, you're authenticated, and then I guess it'll be up to the application. And if token's expired or something, there could be some potential issues with this. We'll see. We'll feel it out. I got some ideas. Because we may have some issues with the with timeouts. Just got a hunch, so we'll have to do some testing on that. And we need to write some unit tests even with this. So yeah, that's something. So let's what we're doing. Let's get this working and then unit test this. So if we come to my device, let's just lock down this one to start. I think can activate is like that, but it might be an array of guards, I'm pretty sure. Might have to check the docs. Alright. So can activate. If it fails, I gotta figure out too. I can't remember if it fails. I think that redirect happens. Okay, so let's take a look at our store. States user null. So I should if I come to my device, it should go to login, and it does. Cool. But then if I come here, log in, maybe we'll just do that. What? Should have took me to my device, but okay. Ugh. I think we broke some functionality, but I think this. What the actual? Okay, yeah. So I may. Let's look at the docs. Let's look at the docs. Yeah, can activate. We got our auth guard. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's look at it. Let's put a breakpoint. Make sure we're not getting some. So this guard should happen. So if we take a look at our Redux, we got a user, sources. So if I come in here to my device, what the F? All right. So now we're definitely. Oh, we're not even hitting that up. Seriously, all that happened with that was with the can. Got to look at some docs or something. Oh, there we go. So now we got into these guys. We don't want that. My device. Dude, I think I broke the routing with some other stuff. Let's log out. Interesting. It's always going. Oh, no, what's freaking happening? The order on this is very much matters. I'm almost certain. Boom. I always hate when I make little changes that I don't think are going to matter. Then I start writing more code, and I'm like, how in the... I'm almost certain now we're going to be back to... Because that can't activate. There we go. Because it felt weird when I... okay, so let's add that guard back. Cancel here. Should see that. That is expected. So if we add our guard back... So yeah, what happened was the order of these paths matters. So we need this wildcard at the bottom. Or we're going to have... It's going to see that first, and then Let's see. So. And we're going to want to just see. Log in. Noise. We got someone at the door. Oh, 1 second. What's up? Alright, I'm going to cut the live stream short. I got someone coming in, but we're going to go back to the authentication when we get back.